Hey there. Today I am addressing all the people who have their shit together. Yes, you, the one that's pretending that everything is fine and you've got all your ducks in a row and you are content with the way that you're presenting yourself to the world and you don't have any emotional troubles or any sadness or depression or anxiety because you've got it together. You're normal. Here's the thing, you're also a liar. And what's happening is you're setting a very awful precedent for all the people out there who actually are expressing their feelings or are not expressing their feelings and really need to because of how destructive repressed emotion is. And I'm speaking very seriously today because, as many of you know from recent posts, another friend of mine has committed suicide. And these are really heavy times that are really just exacerbating normalcy, right? They are exacerbating the normal things that we feel every day of the struggles of getting through the day from morning until bedtime, whether you're homeschooling or whether you're sick or whether a loved one is sick, or whether you're inconvenienced by the pandemic in some way. I mean, politics, racial injustice, all of these things take an enormous emotional toll on us. And I think people are speaking up a little bit more because they're not able to hold it in because there's just a lot of crap going on and people are venting. But there's a difference between just venting that your toilet is clogged or you couldn't get the Zoom call to work. What you really need to be what people really need you to be talking about is how you feel, because the best thing you can do to prevent suicide is not to tell the person who's feeling suicidal to talk to someone. It's someone like you who's got it together, who needs to talk about their own hardships and own hard feelings, because you're not doing anybody any favors acting like everything is fine. You're actually setting a terrible precedent for all of us, including you, who are not fine, ever. You know, there are two kinds of people in the world. There are people who talk about their feelings and people who don't. And I'm just telling you that the emotional world, your emotional life is there all the time. You know, psychology is happening whether you're talking about it or not. And unexpressed, repressed emotion comes up as disease. It comes up as heart disease, obesity, addiction, suicide, depression, somatic symptoms that make no sense. These, as a physician, I've seen all this. I've seen people come in with their abdominal pain that's unexplained, their back pain, all from head to toe, all the issues that defy any medical explanation. And a doctor will tell you that it's due to stress, and everyone kind of goes, oh yeah. But what stress is all those lies building up inside of you that you're just denying exist because you're putting on a happy face, or you don't want to bother anyone, or you were raised not to talk about that stuff and your parents don't want you to talk about it and your kids don't want you to talk about it, and you're just going to go through and talk your day about baseball and about the weather and about your kid's latest struggle or triumph that's got you frustrated or excited. And you're going to talk about the happy things, your vacation and the things you're looking forward to, when the reality is, I'm speaking today because if you really want to make a dent in suicide prevention, it's Suicide Prevention Month, by the way, September. And what needs to happen is not for the people who are feeling suicidal to take action. I know, of course, that's always extremely important. What's really important is for those of us who think everything's fine, to start talking about our hardships, our disappointments, our struggles, our darker feelings, our sadness, our anxiety, our contemplation, our heaviness, the stuff that weighs us down, the low energy, low mood states, the high energy, low pleasantness states, because those are the parts that make life hard. And those are the parts that wreak havoc on our relationships and on our bodies, on our mental health and our physical health. And there's not people who are mentally well and mentally ill. It's a spectrum, and you are, trust me, 1 or 2 steps away from being mentally well to mentally ill. It's just that simple. There are no people who are just mentally ill. Okay, it's trust me, it's circumstantial. And while I agree that there are predilections and there are certain disease states that are truly clinical, so much can be prevented if we would just freaking stop the lying and talk about what we're really feeling. You know, a lot of people believe in cognitive behavioral therapy, which I totally believe in. But we're not just our thoughts. Thoughts help us regulate our feelings and cope with our feelings, but they don't stop us from feeling. You have to address things on the feeling level because the body knows. Trauma gets stored in the body. Repressed emotion gets stored in the body and it doesn't go away. I'm just letting you know that. Again, highlights of the video. If you're not feeling depressed or suicidal and you want to prevent further suicides around you, people that you love, people you don't even know, talk about your hardships. Share your vulnerabilities. Don't be the person who's the pinnacle of perfection, because what you're doing is making life so much harder for everyone around you who's actually telling the truth to themselves and to the people they love that they're suffering. Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. I beg you.